Hi there, Scorpio. Welcome to Soulocity Psychic Readings. My name's Simone, and I am doing a what you need to know reading today. So, nothing specific. Whatever comes out is what comes out. I'm not focusing on anything, but the reading will hopefully tell you or help you with what you need to focus on and what's going on in your life at the moment. Keeping in mind, Scorpio, that it is a general reading, so it may not be everybody's story. Take what resonates for you and let go of the rest. And if you find that nothing is fitting, you can always check out your other placements to get those extra messages and guidance. So, Scorpio, okay, we're getting right into it. Having a look at your general energy at the moment, you've got surrender to the divine. Okay, so basically that's saying whatever your situation is at the moment, Scorpio, there's probably nothing that you can do um, to control it, to make things happen any faster, because I do feel like some of you are waiting for something to happen. You've got nothing is yet set in stone. So I feel like you're waiting for something to happen. At the bottom of the deck, a win-win outcome is forecast. So whatever you're waiting for, you can probably expect to get a good outcome. It may not be the outcome that you're expecting though. So I kind of feel like things might happen differently to what you're expecting, but it's still going to be a positive outcome. So surrender to the divine. Let the divine, the universe, God take over. You can't control what is happening. You can't, if it's in regards to a person, you can't make a person think or feel a certain way. You can't control time. So it's kind of like just sitting back and letting things unfold. Nothing is yet set in stone. So if you think that, like if you have this feeling that something is final, something's done and dusted, and this is the way it's always going to be, I feel like let the divine do its work, because things are not always as they seem. Even though you feel like it's done, you feel like it's final, things can always change. So let's get into your reading. What does Scorpio need to know, please? What does Scorpio need to know? I'm feeling a bit of anxiety, and that could be the impatience that I'm feeling. Waiting for something to happen. It's not happening fast enough. You could be waiting for somebody to make a decision. Maybe it's you that needs to make the decision. But I feel like you could be waiting on somebody else to make a decision, Scorpio. And maybe you're feeling like they've made their decision and that's just the way it is. But as I said, things can always change. What does Scorpio need to know, please? Cards are trying to come out, but not. What does Scorpio need to know, please? There you are, showing up straight off the bat with the Death card coming up first. So, as I said, things can change, and death is about endings and beginnings and transformation. So things are changing. You've got the Knight of Cups as well. This could be to do with romance. The Knight of Cups is a card of romance, an offer. You could be waiting on an offer. What does Scorpio need to know, please? But this is also, I feel like, being your true self. Got the Seven of Wands. Ooh, okay. Four of Swords. Strength. Okay, Scorpio. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the High Priestess. Of course we do. Scorpio and intuition seems to always go together hand in hand. Okay, so there is a transformation taking place here, Scorpio, with the Death card. Um, I feel like a lot of you are very aware that you're in a um, transitional period. I feel like a lot of Scorpios are going through this time of change at the moment, letting go. So, out with the old, in with the new. For a lot of you, it is about changing your way of thinking, it is about changing what you thought you wanted. And you now realize that you want something different. And for others of you, it is about changing your physical appearance. With this Knight of Cups here, the Knight of Cups always makes me think about looking good or putting work into your appearance. So, I mean, it could be that some of you are trying to either maybe lose or gain weight, or maybe you're doing your hair different, you're changing the clothing that you wear. But I do feel that this is a huge transitional period for Scorpio at the moment. For some of you, as I said, this could be in relation to romance and waiting on someone who you may have had a bit of a falling out with the Seven of Wands there, or communication may be a bit off with this person. Perhaps you're not really understanding each other, or I'm kind of feeling like, maybe you're reaching out to somebody and you're not getting a response, or vice versa. But I feel like there's some kind of blockage here in regards to romance, and I feel like you and the other person are not quite understanding each other. I mean, that could be in regards to just relationships in general, so like friends, family, or romantically. I'm really being drawn to the romantic part of it though. Also, I feel like Scorpio, this is about you trying to get a better understanding of yourself as well. So you are going through a period of, as I said, transformation, which involves healing as well. I feel like you're working on that self love, self care, really figuring out what it is that you want out of life at the moment, figuring out how the future looks to you, what you see. Or what you want in your future. And I did say letting go. So I feel like some of you may be letting go of people who are not aligning with your goals and your dreams at the moment. I do feel a lot of you are working on your self-esteem, self-confidence at the moment as well, really trying to build that up, trying to become more confident within yourself, but also with the way in which you are approaching other people, because I feel like some of you have really been struggling with your confidence as well. Also, some of you may have been going through some health issues with the Seven of Wands, Four of Swords, and Strength here. I do feel like some of you are really trying to work on moving forward with your life, but you've got these health issues that are putting a bit of a block on your progress, whatever it might be. But I do feel like some of you are struggling with your health at the moment, which is hindering you from making any change or making any movement. And I feel like a lot of you are really sort of reevaluating your life at the moment and the position that you're currently in life. But healing is a really big thing, and I feel like that's, for a lot of you, that is in regards to your physical health or your mental health. And of course, healing and health go hand in hand. But yeah, I really feel like I can't get exactly what it is, but I do. With the High Priestess here, I feel like a lot of you are really trying to maybe open that third eye, really working on your intuition and figuring out how to use your intuition more to your benefit, how to listen, how to understand what your intuition is trying to tell you, or what your guides are trying to communicate with you. But I feel like you're really working on your spiritual awareness at the moment and your spiritual health as well. Some of you may be looking for somebody to mentor or guide you as well, and really help you along on your spiritual journey. So looking for those like-minded people as well, I feel is really important for you at the moment. And that's really going to help with your emotional healing as well. Yeah, a lot of it is about really just trying to understand yourself and I'm hearing accepting your flaws. So I don't know, Scorpio, if you are looking for somebody who will accept your flaws, or if you yourself are trying to work on accepting your flaws within yourself. Oh my goodness, you've got a double Four of Swords. Scorpio. Gosh. There you go again at the bottom of the deck. You've got the Judgment card. Scorpio, Aries energy. All right, Scorpio, what is going on? On the bottom row here, you've got the Two of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Four of Swords again, and the Three of Swords. I do feel a lot of you are about to have a huge, huge conversation, expressing your feelings, or somebody else is going to be expressing their feelings to you. So far, we have Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, Aries. They're the majors that are standing out to me. Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, and Aries. Okay, so with this Death and the Two of Swords, as I said, Scorpio, a lot of you are going through this transformational period, figuring out what to keep and what to let go of, or who to keep and who to let go of, at a bit of a crossroads. I'm hearing who actually cares. Who actually cares? That may be a question that you have been asking. Who? You wouldn't believe it. The Ten of Wands. Okay, letting go. Letting go of the heaviness, Scorpio. But who actually cares? Who is the burden, is what I'm hearing. So I feel like you're making the conscious decision to let go, or you might not be making the conscious decision and perhaps the divine is doing the work for you, but letting go of people who do not actually care, people who you've had doubts about, people who you feel like you can't trust, and you are trying to work out, who do I keep, who do I let go of, who is actually interested, who actually loves me the way that I love them, because this could very much be about love. Who reciprocates those feelings, who is playing me, who is lying to me, who's manipulating me. You're going through, like, I can see a checklist, and it's, does this person fit this criteria? And if not, well, it's time for them to go. So yeah, I feel like at the moment you're just trying to work out who is good for your health and who is good for your soul and who isn't. And anyone that feels like they're too heavy to carry or they're too much of a burden, well, you're taking a step back from those people. You don't need them weighing you down. You're figuring it all out. Then you've got the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So wish fulfillment with that Nine of Cups. I feel like, Scorpio, there is somebody around you at the moment who is your dream come true, who is your wish fulfillment. And as I said, I feel like, you know, that there is somebody there who the communication is just off at the moment. You guys, either you're not talking or you're misunderstanding each other. You're not, like, your communication is not lining up. You know, maybe you're saying this and they're saying that, and like you're saying this and they're taking it out of context, they're reading it wrong, and then so then they're either not responding or they're saying something in return that you're then taking the wrong way. And then it's like there's all these big gaps in the communication because nobody's getting the other person. But I feel like there's big feelings here. There's a lot of love between the two of you. And I feel like you are each interested in each other. Very much so. And I have this feeling of like you both want to know how each other feels, but struggling to communicate that. Like you don't know what they want, they don't know what you want, and you're both thinking, well, are we playing games here? What's going on? You're both kind of feeling a bit defensive when really there's no reason to feel defensive because you both actually want the same thing, but the communication is stuffing everything up. If you guys are texting a lot, maybe you need to have a phone conversation. Maybe you actually need to hear each other's voices to understand the tone. Because I really just feel like it's a big misunderstanding. Whatever the blockage is here, why you guys are not opening up to each other. I feel like you want to see each other even, but it's just not working. It's not coming together. Clarify the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Like I feel like this person is everything that you look for in a partner, and they feel the same way about you. There's a lot of love to give here with the Ace of Cups. You've got the Emperor. So definitely looking for stability, and I feel like that, you know, the stability is on offer in this connection. There's stability, there's romance. You know, this person wants to take you out. They want to see you face to face. They want to tell you how they feel and you with them. But because of the misunderstandings, I'm going to clarify this, Seven of Wands and the Ace of Cups, because of the misunderstandings, it's causing you guys to be stubborn with this Emperor energy here. You're being stubborn because, well, you're not telling me what you want and you're playing games with me, but you're not letting go of each other. But you're both sitting there like, you know what? I am not going to be the one. I'm not making the next move. And you're both in that headspace. I am not making the next move. Wow. And then you've got Faith, which is the same as the Hierophant, sitting on top of the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So you guys, you want the commitment. You want the same thing. Now, it could be, for some of you, that there is some kind of difference between the two of you in terms of there could be maybe differing religious beliefs, or you may have maybe you come from two different cultural backgrounds, which is making it hard for the two of you to come together in some way. I don't always pick this up with faith. I often will go straight to like long-term commitment, but I'm feeling it quite strongly that it could be specifically, I feel like different religious beliefs possibly are coming into play here, and that's causing the blockage. Like maybe somebody is saying, I can't be with you because you have a different religious background to me, and we cannot bring the two together. I don't really know, but that is coming up here. But the two of you, both of you, do want that long term commitment. And I feel like you're both feeling pretty brokenhearted over this at the moment because for a lot of you, I feel like there is separation here, or as I said, there's a problem with the communication. See, look at that. You're both trying to, I feel both trying to figure out what's going on here, but both hurting, and you've both taken a step back from the situation, and it's like, well, you know what, if you're going to be like that, then I'm not going to reach out to you. And then the other person's doing the same thing, and you're both very, very, very heavy hearted over this whole situation and overthinking like you wouldn't believe. You're each coming up with your own story, your own scenario, your own reasons, which it doesn't make sense because what you're coming up with is not actually what the real situation is. So you've got the Queen of Cups here, which, you know, that's wanting to offer your cup of love. You're carrying all of this emotion for this person, but holding back with the feelings. The Queen of Cups is emotionally guarded. But the Queen of Cups wants to express their love. They have this huge amount of love to give, but is emotionally guarded. And I feel like you both you and this person come from a past that has been problematic. So you've had, you know, failed relationships, and some of you may have been married before and that didn't go so well, so you're still hurting from that separation or divorce, or you've been in relationships that have fallen apart and you're still really, really hurting from that. So you're both in a place of trying to heal. I feel like, and this is not for everyone, it may even only be for one person, but I feel like somebody here is really hurting because they may have recently found out that they're not able to have children. And I'm so super sorry if that is you that I'm speaking to. And I feel like it's due to health issues. I mean, it would have to be. That somebody has either recently or I feel not too long ago found out that they're not able to have children. And that could be part of the cause for the blockage in this connection, that perhaps somebody is feeling that because they're unable to carry a child or produce a child, that the other person is not going to want them because of that. And I think you'll find that that's not the case, and that this just needs to be communicated and spoken about, because I recall saying something earlier, something about all my faults or accepting my faults, or you may have to rewind to work out what I said, but it was something like that, or accepting faults. Not that not being able to have a child is a fault, but whoever it is may see it that way. And there may be concerns that the other person is not going to be accepting of that. But as I said, I think you'll find that, once it's discussed and talked about, that the other person is not going to see that as a problem. So as I said here, that there's going to be, I feel, for many of you, a very big conversation that's going to take place. Clarify strength and the Three of Swords. I feel like you and this other person are hurting at the moment. Yes, trying to heal. One of you or both of you are dealing with health issues at the moment. And those health issues, for some, even one of you, may have contributed to infertility. But I do feel somebody is struggling with health issues here. You've got 2 Four of Swords, the Strength card, and the Three of Swords. So I feel like somebody's struggling health-wise, and it could be physical health, it could be mental health, and they're feeling as though the other person is not going to want them or accept them because they're going through this struggle at the moment. But I think, man, it is so worth having the conversation. And I really feel it's important that the conversation is a voice conversation where you pick up the phone and talk to each other on the phone, not just texting, because I feel like you need to hear each other's tone when you have this conversation. You've got justice coming out here as well. So I feel like that's saying have the conversation, really find the strength and find the confidence to be able to have the conversation, and you'll find that everything balances out with justice. And I did say right at the start that things may not happen as you expect them to. It might happen a little bit differently, but it will still be a good result. So, somebody here might be expecting the other person to just say, oh, no, I can't deal with that, or I don't want to deal with you anymore. But I think you'll find that the final result is actually a good one, and that, the two of you can find some balance and mend your currently broken hearts. And I feel, you'll be able to work together and you'll be able to move forward together and not separately. There could be some issues for some of you around a third party with that Three of Swords here. So either you, Scorpio, or your person might have a third party influence causing a bit of a blockage here. And I really feel like once you guys have this conversation, if there is a third party or if there is some kind of outside influence, it could be a family member, it could be a friend who is causing a bit of a blockage here, maybe, putting in their 2 cents worth in your ear or your person's ear, I feel like the decision will be made to let that person go. And then the two of you and your person can move forward together quite happily. There is, I showed you the Judgment card before. I do feel there's a real fear of judgment coming from either you or your person. A real fear that you're not going to be accepted. But with the High Priestess here, that is again saying to me that there is something that needs to be discussed, something that needs to be brought out into the light. Somebody is holding back, and I feel like it's got a lot to do with the physical or mental health issues. It could be a discussion about why commitment hasn't been a possibility, but wanting to commit, perhaps talking about the third party influence. There's a few things that would need to be discussed here, but somebody needs to really find that confidence to step up and start the conversation, because there's a lot of love between you and your person, Scorpio. And I did know, as I said at the start, I didn't know what the reading was going to be about. It's definitely a reading about a relationship or emotional connection. So I do feel there is a lot of really good potential in this connection. The conversation just needs to take place, Scorpio. And I think, once you guys can have that talk, because the emotions are very heavy. I can feel it, the emotions, they're very heavy on the heart. And I feel like having the conversation will lighten that load. Because I do feel like a lot of you are on the verge of just letting go of this person, because the communication is so erratic. There's inconsistency, or what they're saying is like irritating you, and that's because you're not understanding each other. So it's time to have the conversation, Scorpio. As I said, the first card, nothing is set in stone. So you feel like something is final and that this is the way it's always going to be. But there is so much happening behind the scenes that you are unaware of and they are unaware of. So it's time to shine a light on the things that are not being spoken about, have the conversation, and then I think that things will start to look different in this connection. So, Scorpio, before I close out the reading, we'll get some angel answers for you. What does Scorpio need to know, please? Helpful people. I feel like this has got a lot to do with where I was talking about who are you letting go of and who are you keeping in your life. You've got a year from now, so I feel like this is saying that, a year from now, everything is going to look so different for you. And I feel much calmer as well. What does Scorpio need to know? Peaceful resolution, absolutely. In a year from now, as I said, things are going to look so much better than the position that you're sitting in right now. And I feel like for many of you, you could find that in a year from now, you and this person have actually, pulled it together, sorted everything out, and you should be in a committed relationship. But also in regards to the health issues, again, I feel a year from now, that should all be under control as well. And I forgot to go through and mention all the signs that I saw here. I know I did mention some, but let me just go over them again for you, Scorpio. So we've got Scorpio you. We've also got Aquarius and Pisces. With the Knight of Cups, we've actually got Pisces showing up twice. With the High Priestess, we've also got Aries. We've got Libra quite heavily. You've got 2 4 of Swords and a 3 of Swords and Justice. So really super heavy Leo and Libra energy. You've also got big Leo energy with Strength and the 7 of Wands. Big Pisces, because as I said, Queen of Cups, the High Priestess, but you've also got the 9 of Cups here, and the Knight of Cups as well. Pisces in all of those. 2 of Swords is also Libra. A bit of Cancer here as well, and Taurus. So those are your signs. But Scorpio, thank you so much for watching your reading. I do hope that you found it helpful. If you did, please do like the reading, subscribe if you're interested in staying up to date on when I upload my new readings. Scorpio, I wish you all the best of luck, and we will talk again soon. Bye for now.